this is Carla. Welcome to the garden. This is a brand new podcast about gardening, being a plant hobbyist, and all the fun things that we get to do and learn because of them. So I'm really excited, and I hope you'll join me on this adventure today. So this new podcast is called Growing with Carla, and the main goal that I want to get out of it is that you don't have to be a professional to love plants, to want to grow your own plants and flowers and vegetables and all these wonderful things that just grow. Now, I'm very new to podcasting, and I'm not used to hearing my own voice nor having to edit it and just listen to myself. I'm more of a listener person, so this is going to be very awkward first couple of few episodes as I kind of get into this, and I'm hoping that you'll bear with me on that. The other reason why I wanted to start this podcast is because I've seen lots of podcasts that were literally just step-by-step instructions, like this is how you do this particular thing. And while they're fun, I'm a little bit beyond that. And so if you need that, perfect. I can help you recommend a couple, or maybe they'll show up in your related podcasts on your playlist, or the other type of podcasts I've seen. They're so high level, so off the ground. It's a whole production company. So they're fun to listen to, but I don't feel like I get a lot of practical application out of it. So I'm hoping with this podcast to provide some practical application that you guys can learn from, share my experiences with different types of plants, different types of growing methods, and just fun things along the way. As a plant hobbyist, I really only do this in my free time. I work 40 plus hours a week at an IT job. I have a son who has extracurricular activities that we go to. I go to CrossFit. My life is not free. It's not oriented around my gardening. I have to spend time and make time for it. And I've heard people complain oh, you have such a great thumb. No, they're not complaining. I've heard people compliments you have such an amazing green thumb. Look at all the plants that you have. I'm this took a really long time to grow these plants, to care for them. There's a lot of trial and error. And I've had so many failed plants that people just don't know about because obviously they died. I composted them or they had to be taken care of in some way, and I reused the soil. And this isn't an easy thing to do, to be a plant hobbyist. I view Pinterest, I go through Etsy. I'm oh my God, there's so many wonderful plants. I want to grow these big, beautiful pink-leaved ones, or these wonderfully variegated ones. And you got to pick and choose what you want to start with. And sometimes it's really hard. I've been dreaming of having a mini monstera or a Ginny monstera. It's the pothos version of a monstera, the little leaves, but they're all Swiss cheese and still. And it's such a beautiful plant. I've been really struggling trying to get this one growing. And I bought it off Etsy, and it came with two cuttings. One of them died. The other one I'm barely keeping alive. So this isn't an easy thing. But I don't mean that in a way that should be disappointing or kind of put you off. It's something that takes time. It takes patience. It takes just having a little faith in the plants and that your ability to take care of them. So I don't like to call it a black thumb or you're a plant killer. Sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. And so I'm hoping with this podcast to help kind of bring out ideas or thoughts that I've discovered in my experiences and share them with you. If this is something that you're interested in listening to, please let me know. All my contact details are in the story notes attached to this podcast on your streaming service. If you have any questions, you can email me. You can hit me up on Instagram. I look forward to spending part of your day with you. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the first episode.